We're all in the business of teaching reading and writing to our students. So what better way is there to show off our reading and writing skills than to write our own book? We could all become authors and illustrators, and our students have that same potential to be able to do. In fact, I have a way to show you how to do that right now. I have an example here. This is a book that I put together from my youngest son's drawings and some stories that he wrote. And it has a full enamel cover, really high quality pages inside of it. In fact, take a look at this one. This was a crayon drawing that he made. And I mean, look at the quality of the color. I mean, that's just amazing to me. In fact, when you look at it live, it looks like you could just reach out and kind of scrape the crayon right off of it. This is an example right back here of, this is pencil that he wrote with on the top, and his drawings were just done in colored pencil. And you can see that didn't even reproduce too badly. I'm kind of surprised with that. In fact, the quality of the book is better than what the quality of his original drawings were. Now, we can all do this, and you may be amazed at what the cost is and how much work it isn't. I was able to take his drawings and scan those in using my scanner that I have at home, and I was able to scan those in and be able to order my book in about 65 minutes. Now, and I didn't even know what I was doing at the time. I was just experimenting with it, and I was able to get the book back in 6 days after I put in the final order on it. I consider that to be amazing. I went through a company called Bookymon. You can see it right there, and that would be the company that I would recommend that we go through, because I know the quality is really good quality. Here's one of the best parts about this. You may already have your book made in your classroom. Your students could already be authors and illustrators and you didn't even know it. If you have items for their portfolios, we can use those items in the book. A couple of things I would recommend that you do with that, though. Make sure everything is in the same orientation. They all go the same direction. So this would be portrait style. This is landscape style. Anything that you do with the book, make sure it always follows that same orientation. Use whatever medium you would like to on your page. I would stay away from crayon. Crayon does not go through my scanner well and kind of peels off, and I would not recommend crayon at all, so please stay away from that. But markers, pens, dark colored pencils would work for that if you would like. As long as it's pretty dark on the page, that really helps out, or very bright on your page. Stay ½ an inch in from all sides. Make sure your margins are ½ an inch so that when it goes into the book, there's room for the binding and the cutting of the book. We wouldn't want to cut anything off if we don't need to with that. Other than that, everything goes pretty well. All you have to do is put them in the correct order, have your name paper clipped onto the book or included on the outside of the paper in some way. When I come around to your classroom, just hand it to me and I'll take care of doing all of the scanning and making sure it's in the final version. Then I'll send a copy of that version to you electronically. You can take a look at it and make sure it's what you're wanting to be able to have. Then I can get it into our account with the publisher and we can put the orders in. The best part for you is you never have to handle an order or handle any money for this. It can all go through the publisher. You'll get a website link where you can send that out to the parents, and the parents can have that. They can go to the site, they can order the book. You don't have to worry about any of that. I mean, how great is that? That cuts down on the workload tremendously. Now, we do want to be sensitive to the people who can't afford a paper copy of the book. And that's going to happen. They can't afford it, or they just don't want to, but they would still like to have a copy of the book. We can do that. All we need to do is that same final file that I create, I can just send that to you. It can go onto your website, and then the parents can download an electronic copy of the book from your website. Still, it's not any extra work for you at all to have to do. The parents can just do that if they would like. And then anybody is able to have a copy of the book. The electronic copy costs nothing. This book, believe it or not, this book, it's 28 pages long with all of the full color that's inside the book, costs a little under $12. That just amazes me. Now, I'll be carrying this around with me to every classroom that I go to, and if you want to see a copy of the book, just ask to see a copy. I'll show it to you, and you can see what the book looks like. This is a phenomenal opportunity to help promote reading and writing in our classrooms, and it really takes a minimal amount of extra effort on your part to be able to do. I didn't want to have this, and the literacy coaches didn't want to have this become a big project for you at all. We wanted something that was simple, it was easy to take care of, and didn't involve any extra paperwork for you as far as order forms or handling money. And this is a great project for that. And you get a keepsake book, and when it's all done, you have something to show for it, and you can say your class published a book. How awesome is that? So just talk to me when I come around. Send me an email, give me a phone call, and I'll be happy to talk about it with you and help you out in any way that I can. I think very, very highly of this in the educational process in our school district, and we have the technology now to be able to do this, and I really strongly promote this. Just ask me about it and we'll talk about it. So thanks for watching, everybody. We'll talk to you later.